Oh, God. Right. Here we go. Hold on a sec. Let me check the stream health. Here we go. Yep, everything's good. So, I have decided that today we are listening to What's the Story? Morning Glory by Oasis. Oh my god. Everything I have heard from this album has been not good. Okay, so we're gonna turn on Spotify's private session. I really don't. I put out a poll on my channel. In fact, let me show you it. I put out a poll on my community tab. Right here. What's the first album you want me to listen to when I'm done with the Radiohead series? Plastic Beach won. But I realized that if I listen to Plastic Beach, that's another album I've already heard. And I don't want to do another album I've already heard right after I finish the Radiohead series when I already heard all of their albums except Pablo Honey. So, I decided I would go with the second most voted option, which is that one Oasis album, the one with Wonderwall. I literally put that because I couldn't remember the name of the album when I was writing this, and I didn't want to look it up. Straight up, that's not me being like an asshole in this post. I straight up could not remember the name of the album. I could remember the name of the Imagine Dragons album, and I hate Imagine Dragons. So that should tell you how excited I am to get into What's the Story? Morning Glory by Oasis. 2 hours and 49? Oh, this is a deluxe edition. Okay, I thought I was actually about to listen to a 2 hour, almost 3 hour Oasis album. Where is a non-deluxe edition so I can figure out how long this thing actually is? How long I'm going to suffer. What's the Story? Morning Glory. 12 songs, 50 minutes. One of the songs on here is like 39 seconds. Then you've got Champagne Supernova, which is 7.5 minutes. That's going to be terrible. Got Wonderwall on here. That song's terrible. Got... What other songs we got on here? Don't Look Back in Anger. That song sucks. I don't know any of these other songs. Look what I was listening to earlier, okay? I was scrolling through my Spotify today. How do I look at my recently played on this? What's new? Friend activity. How do I look at my recently played? You could do it on mobile. I don't know if you can do it on here. Yeah, I've been listening to just the bangers today. I've been listening to stuff that is soulfire. Maybe it's on account. Okay, nope. Yep, I have no clue how to check my Spotify history. Anyway. I listened to some good ass music earlier, okay? I was just scrolling through my like songs, listening to all of the best stuff on here. I listened to some Radiohead. I listened to some Big Thief and some The Microphones. I listened to a little bit of, what was it? Listened to a song off of Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. I listened to, what else did I listen to? Oh yeah, I listened to a Deftones song, I listened to a Tool song. Okay, I was listening to actually good music earlier because I knew I was going to be doing this. Anyway. Enough stalling. Enough prolonging this 50-minute Oasis album. Is this the longest album? Definitely maybe Deluxe Edition Remaster. What's with all the Deluxe Edition remasters? Why can I not just see the album? The first song's called Hello on this. Are you kidding me? Okay. Guess it's time to hit record and start listening to this Oasis album. I'm not excited in the slightest. I'm not going to be able to promote this one on the Oasis subreddit because I will get attacked by all of the Oasis fans. Anyway. Okay, we are now over with the Radiohead series. I put out a poll on my channel asking what the first album you'd like me to react to after the Radiohead series was done, and Plastic Beach won. But that is an album I've already heard, and I didn't want my first video after the Radiohead series to be another album I've already heard. So I decided I was going to go with the second most voted option, which is Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory. Bit of context, I don't like any Oasis song I've heard. I have heard Wonderwall, I've heard Don't Look Back in Anger, I've heard Champagne Supernova. I don't like any of those songs. I think they are all some of the worst Britpop songs I have ever heard. The production on all of them has been terrible, the singing is so bad, and the writing is awful. So, I'm gonna go into this album wanting to enjoy it, but I'm not expecting to. You need to be ready for me to not enjoy this album. If you came here, you're an Oasis fan, you've never seen me before, you came here expecting me to give this album a 10 out of 10, that's not happening. I'm telling you right now, the highest score this album is going to get is probably going to be a 6. That is the highest score this thing is going to get. Anyway, I don't want to stall any longer. I just want to get this over and done with. Track 1, Hello, which is a terrible name for an opening song. So generic. Most generic riff ever.
I don't feel as if I know you. You take up all my time. The days are long and the nights will throw you away, 'cause the sun don't shine. Nobody ever mentions the weather to make or break your day.
Okay, first problem. The mixing is absolutely atrocious. This is not well mixed. Oh my god, this sounds awful. And the singing too. I don't know if this is Noel or Liam Gallagher. Both of them are terrible singers. Its singing is awful. Why is the mix so shallow? Everything's so quiet. And I have this turned all the way up. The vocals are so buried, but they're also the loudest thing in the mix. It sounds like the band. It sounds like I'm like. There's a concert going on, like nearby. You know, it sounds like I'm just chilling in my house and there's like a concert going on, like that way. It doesn't sound like I'm actually. It doesn't sound like the music is being played to me. It sounds like it's being played near me, and it sounds awful. It's so bad. So terribly written as well. These lyrics are so bad. tears are falling by like the rain. That's so bad. That's one of the worst lines I've ever heard. That's awful. Oh, gross. Oh. The backing vocals saying it's good to be back after he says hello. Oh my god, it's like they're giving you a tutorial on how to listen to the album. They're like, this is the start of the album, we are back, hello, how's it going? It's... I'm already getting annoyed, and I'm not even done with the first song yet. Oh my god. This is gonna be torture. Why is he pronouncing it like that? Hello. Why is he saying it like that? He said hello so many times that it's gotten to the point where it doesn't even sound like a real word anymore. It's this is so bad. Man, they're trying to have an intense build up there, but the mix is so terrible that it just sounds like it stayed the same volume. The effects on the guitar sound so bad too. Yep. That was about the worst way this album could have started, but it's also the way I expected this album to start. It is the most generic, boring, bland Britpop sound. Abysmal vocals. Like, I know neither of them are good singers, but good God, this is bad. This is awful. Straight up, I do not understand how people can say that Liam and Noel Gallagher are some of the best singers ever. They're just not. They are just not. This song is a 2. This song is a 2. Yep. This is about as bad as I thought this album could have started. Awful mix, terrible vocals, lyrics are just absolutely horrendously bad. And the sound that they're going for is so generic and so safe and so radio friendly. It's not off to a good start. It's off to a terrible start, in fact. Next song, roll with it. See how it transitions. Oh, I've got it on shuffle. Okay. Next song, roll with it. Oh, I've heard this song. Song sucks. Why is this mix so bad? Could they not afford decent recording equipment? Listen to how terrible that snare sounds. Hold on. It sounds like I'm hearing someone play the drums in another room. You aren't getting any of the actual impact. You are just getting, like, the sound that comes after the impact. Why is this recorded so terribly? This is one of the biggest Britpop albums of all time. It should not sound this bad. Oh my god. No, this is worse than the last song. Oh my god. The mix is somehow worse here. And also, the singing, I don't know if they're switching between the two singers for every song, but the singing is substantially worse here as well. backing vocals. Let me try and pick apart what he's saying with these lyrics here. You gotta roll with it, you gotta take your time, you gotta say what you say, don't let anybody get in your way, cause it's all too much for me to take, don't ever stand aside, don't ever be denied, you wanna be who— oh, it's basically— this is literally just the most, like, generic, oh, you be you, you do you, you know, you are perfect the way you are, crappy, sappy stuff like this. Yep, lyrics are absolutely terrible. How's it going, Vertex? Welcome. We are, I could be doing better. I'm listening to a Oasis album right now. This album sucks so far.
I find the key that lets you slip inside.
Also remember that.
She's not behind the door. You know I think I recognize your face, but I've never seen you before.
What the hell does that mean? I think I recognize your face, but I've never seen you before. That's no, you can't just say a contradiction and think it's deep. That line just doesn't make sense. That line just doesn't make sense. You can't just have a contradiction and think it sounds deep. This is so lazy. Why does the chorus just sound like the verse continued? There's no explosion, there's no increase in volume, it sounds the same. Oh my god. I am not even halfway through this song. The guitars are so buried. It sounds so fuzzy. But it's fuzzy and quiet. So you can't even tell what the hell's going on. Is there even a bass player? I'm hearing no bass. I am hearing none of the actual strumming on the guitar. It just sounds like one solid note increasing and decreasing in pitch, because it's that poorly mixed and that fuzzy that it just legit, every sound blends together except for the drums and vocals. And even then, the drums are barely audible and the vocals aren't even good. Oh my god, and it's so... the writing is like... it's not even the writing is uninteresting, it's just straight up annoyingly bad. Bass is barely audible. This is a 5-piece band. It sounds like there's 2 members, a guitarist who is also the vocalist and drummer. What were those backing vocals? What was that? They sounded like they were clipping, but they're so quiet that you can barely hear them. Has the volume on this been lowered in post-production? Because those vocals sound like they were clipping, which means they were recorded very, very loud. But it's barely audible. This is like shocking. Look at the numbers on this. Look at the numbers on this. 1 billion, 1.7 billion, 752 million, 140 million, 348 million. The lowest streamed song on this album is an interlude with 10 million streams. Or 8 million streams, sorry. But then every other song is above 10 million streams. An album this big should not sound this slapped together. Like, again, they're just saying contradictions and thinking it's deep. I think I've got a feeling I've lost inside. That doesn't make sense. You aren't deep. It isn't a clever contradiction. It just doesn't make sense. No, Crocky, we're not putting lyrics in the chat. We are not enjoying this. Did you hear how bad that was? They tried to do the thing with a big finish where they had like the double kick going on and the big drums and he was like going around on the toms and it was meant to be a big finish, but it was so poorly mixed that like it just sounded like the band's instruments were falling over. That was... I need to hear that back. The drums are so quiet. Oh, there's the only bass hit I could hear on the whole album when it is the only thing being played. Song's a 0. Straight up, that song is a 0. I am in shock at how bad this is. I knew I wasn't gonna like it. But, oh my god. Abysmally mixed. Writing is so... the writing here is just straight up incompetent. It's so bad. The band don't even sound like they're here. It legit feels like the band are playing in a different room. It's... How is this album so huge? How is this album so popular? Oh my god, that song is a 0. That song is a 0. Oh my god, I'm burping. Listen to Oasis, Stand By Me. We're not listening. We're just listening to this album today. I might do some other Oasis albums down the line. All right, what's the next song? Oh Christ! Next song, Wonderwall. What? The world's quietest guitar. Let me turn my audio up a bit.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
This song has one of the most boring intros of all time. This intro is so just boring.
Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure
is that an actually audible bass line? Crazy. Those strings sound terrible though, and the drums came completely out of nowhere.
About you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding.
Yeah, the singing is terrible. Straight up, I will never understand how people put the Gallagher brothers among the best singers of all time. This singing is just bad. It's just bad. There is nothing redeemable about either of their voices. It is just bad.
All the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how.
Here we go, here's the chorus.
Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all,
Those cymbals sound terrible. Those cymbals just sound so bad. They just pierce through the entire mix. They're so on top of the mix whenever the cymbals are hit here. They're actually audible this time. But they're just, the mixing here is so bad that the cymbals just overpower everything else. It sounds terrible. Those toms sound awful.
be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you're not to do.
Why is the snare so dead but so quiet? Normally if you want a really dead, fat snare sound, you do that so you could have the snare be really loud and impactful. But it's barely audible. I don't get it. If you're gonna have it be quieter, at least have some tone to it so it stands out.
The way I do about you now. And all
Sounds like a tambourine. Yeah, it's just a way too loud.
and all the lights that light the way.
What words just... I don't even know what words just out of my mouth. The hi-hats are mixed way too loud. So they just... It sounds like a freaking tambourine.
Blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how.
See what I mean? The cymbals are piercing through this whole mix. Everything else just becomes inaudible when the cymbals come in.
I said maybe you're gonna be the
This
one
song
that
doesn't need to be
saves
4
me.
minutes. This is a 3-minute song max.
And after all, you're my wonderwall.
No.
I said maybe.
Oh, the call and response. Yeah, great. How generic. Chorus twice around with the call and response. Yeah. Never been done before.
You're my wonderwall. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me.
Then you get your 30-second instrumental outro. With the piano to make it sound dramatic when it just isn't. It's trying to make it sound so somber and so depressing. Most unnecessary use of a string arrangement ever. What was that? Yeah, that song is like worse than I remember. I knew I didn't like it, but oh my god, that was bad. Yeah, that song, it had a better mix than the other songs, but it also had some things in the mix that were worse. For example, the cymbals were so loud, they cut through the entire mix. The hi-hat was so loud, it sounded like a tambourine. The snare had a very dead and fat sound, which normally means you want it to be loud so it can have impact, but it was so quiet so it wasn't audible. The singing is absolutely abysmal, and the lyrics are so terribly written that I need to block them out to be able to listen to this song without skipping. That song is another 2 out of 10. This was such a terrible idea. I'm gonna get all the Oasis fans absolutely murdering me in my comments, and I'm gonna get like spam disliked. But at least I'm being honest, you know? at least I'm not sat here pretending to love everything. I could do that, and I could get, everyone would just love my channel, but I'm not, okay? I'm being honest. Next track, Don't Look Back in Anger. I've heard this song, it's not good. Oh yeah, this song's just a rip-off of Imagine by John Lennon. This is the other singer. This is not the same. You can tell. One thing I will say is, who's the? I don't know which one this is. This singer, I think this one's Liam Gallagher. Liam Gallagher is a better singer than Noel Gallagher. Not by much, but he's definitely better. So I start a revolution from my bed. 'Cause you said the brains. Oh yeah, that reminds me. On my Year 11 Leavers Day, it's our final day as, being in school, technically. We are now, a bit beyond that, we are then technically college age. They played this song as our leaving song. I have never been more upset in my life. It's like, damn, 5 years of my life just to be told to leave the school while an Oasis song's playing. It felt like a personal insult. See you later, Vertex. Thanks for being here. Blur is good. Blur is better than this band, infinitely. Here comes the chorus. Wait, why is the mix decent here? Drums still don't sound great, but the mix is better here. The toms are actually audible. It's not good. It's better. These lyrics are also just so melodramatic. There isn't even a hint of irony here. They are taking themselves completely seriously or saying the most over-the-top, ridiculous stuff ever. It's they think they are more like poetic and powerful writers than they are, and it shows. They think they are writing this beautiful, gripping tale that's absolutely heartbreaking, when in actuality it's just goofy. Like, Halifax advert, exactly. It sounds like a Halifax advert. Voulez-vous by ABBA was my leaver song for college. Better than an Oasis song. I'm taking this hoodie off a sec. Hold on, I am absolutely boiling. Ugh. Right. Hoodie is off. It's too hot. It's too boiling in my room. Let's continue. It's the song on that advert. Is it actually? I honestly don't know. This does sound like advert music, to be fair. There is no way that line made it in here. You said the brains I had went to my head. That made it into the song. And that's in the bridge. That's a line they want to highlight.
Step outside, 'cause summertime's in bloom. Stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face. 'Cause you ain't ever gonna burn my heart out.
Here's the chorus again.
So Sally can wait.
Again, the mix is better, but it's not good.
She's walking on by. My soul slides away. But don't look back in anger. I heard you say.
Hold on a sec, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Solo's so boring.
So Sally can wait.
Vocal layering is decent. Vocal performances are good though.
Her soul slides away. But don't look back in anger. I heard you say. So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as she's walking on.
So melodramatic.
My
Wow. Wow, most dramatic note to end it on. Oh my god. That is the best song on this album so far. 3 out of 10. Better vocals, better mix. Writing is marginally better, but still so over the top and so dramatic. There is nothing of substance that I pull from that song, except for the fact that it has a slightly better mix and the vocals are a little bit better. Yeah, 3 out of 10. Oh my god, I'm only a third of the way through. Next track, Hey Now. It's downhill from here. The bad vocals are back. He sounds like he sounds like a kid in assembly singing along to a song. That's the delivery I get from this. You picture this in like a crowded room full of like primary schoolers singing. This is what it sounds like. He is singing like he is in a primary school assembly. It's that bad. The most basic melody at this song's almost 6 minutes. This thing is almost 6 minutes. How's it going, David? Welcome. What the actual hell is this? This song is such a mess. It just, every single section feels slapped on to the it just feels so slapped together. Take it you're a Blur fan? No. I think Blur is fine. I'm not a Blur fan at all. I just don't like Britpop in general. Honestly. Blur is fine. Blur is probably the best Britpop band out there, but they're not great. I think Gorillaz is much better than Blur. Gorillaz is the way better David Albarn project. Oh my god, these lyrics are so bad. They're so generic. He's trying so hard to come across as the most emotional, most incredible singer ever, and it's falling flat on its face. These vocals suck. They are so awful. It's legit starting to, it's like, at the start I was like sort of putting it on a bit, that I was getting angry at it, but now it's genuinely annoying me. It, like, when I'm listening to just a song here and there, I'm like, yeah, the vocals are bad, but, you know, the song's gonna be over in a minute, it doesn't matter. Listening to a whole album of this is torture. That's just filler. That's just filler to get to the hey now catchy bit. That's straight up just filler. They needed something to rhyme. I am not even halfway through. Really, the claps? Oh, hold on, this bit actually does sound nice. Yeah, this guitar solo sounds fine because the mix is actually decent here. Doesn't sound great, but the mix is better and that makes it sound like it's just incredible in comparison to everything else. There's the vocals again. Yeah, again, the structure of this song is all over the place. It just feels so thrown together. The problem is, when they're trying to do this genuine emotional statement, they're also trying to make a big anthem out of it. They're trying to make the most grand, insanely overblown sound while talking, while the song's just about getting older. Like, it's about his struggles with him getting older. He's like, I don't know what time's gonna hold for me. I don't know how to find my way back. I'm getting lost in my memories and stuff like that. But he's trying so hard to make a stadium anthem every single song, and it is sucking the life out of this album. This is lifeless. It is trying too hard to be a crowd uproar song, and it is falling flat on its face every time. It's not worked on any of these songs. I feel like I'm missing something, but I know I'm not. This just doesn't work for me in the slightest. Hate that line. Again, just it's too low. Interesting transition there. Yep, that song sucked. Again, that song was where I found the problem with this album, and the problem with this album is that they are trying too hard to make big stadium anthems that are going to have a crowd of people singing along every single song. And it is removing any genuine emotion. It is removing any life from this album. It is just them saying, we want to make music that is an expression, but we also want the money. We also want the streams. We also want to play it as safe as we possibly can. The singing sucks. The mix isn't great. The lyrics are awful. That song is a 2.5 out of 10. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Final song of part 1. It's this goofy little interlude thing. The Swamp Song version 1. Oh my god, it's a car advert. New Honda. You want a car that can survive being ripped apart by a tornado? You get a Honda. Do you like Donald Trump? You should buy a Honda. You want some good storage for all of your guns while you're driving around? Buy this car. Interesting transition. Okay, I have nothing to say about that. It's just an interlude. I'm not going to score it. I am just going to do my outro for part 1, and then we will continue. And that is going to do it for part 1 of, What's the Story, Morning Glory. First half of this album was absolutely miserable. I'm hoping it picks up in the second half, but I don't expect it to. Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, recommend me any albums you want me to listen to down in the comments. Oh yeah, if we hit 1,000 subscribers by February, I am going bold. Let me know what your thoughts on the first half of this album are. I'd like to see how your opinions differ to mine. Why does it work for you? Why doesn't it work for you? And yeah, I will see you all in part 2. Goodbye. Alright, I'm just gonna literally just going straight into part 2. And we're back with part 2 of What's the Story, Morning Glory, where we left off in part 1. We listened to the Swamp Song, which was like a goofy little interlude that transitioned nicely into the next track. Whatever, I didn't even score it. I don't even care to score it. We're just gonna move on. Next track, Some Might Say. It's produced okay. It sounds okay.
Some might say that sunshine follows thunder. Go and tell it to the man who cannot shine.
I think the melody is okay here, but it's the actual inflection and performance of said melody that is just absolutely terrible. Whichever one of the Gallagher twins is singing this song, I don't remember which one's which. Whichever one of them is singing this song is just trying way too hard to be so expressive and so unique that it just comes across as corny. If you want to be expressive and different, you shouldn't have to try this hard to do so.
Some might say that we should never ponder.
I think the melody is nice.
On our thoughts today, 'cause they all sway over time.
But it's just the delivery is so
Some might
bad.
say we will find a brighter day. Some might say we will find a brighter day. Yeah, 'cause I've been standing at this station in need of education in the rain.
What? What the hell happened there? It went from like this nice, sweet little melody to ba 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 ba. That's so bad. That's so bad. Oh my god. Goofy electronics they got going on here, dude. It's so tacky and dated. One thing I will give it is the mix is getting progressively better as the album goes along. Like, I think the mix here is actually pretty decent. It's way better than it was on like the first couple songs. Wow, profound. Writing is awful. This song's too long. It should not be 5.5 minutes. Remember what I said earlier about him sounding like a group, like an assembly in primary school when you're singing along to a song? It sounds like that again. This sounds like one of the goofy songs they get you to sing in the morning at the end of assembly. This sounds exactly, eerily like that. I am blown away by that. That's the place my mind goes, is remembering singing songs at the end of primary school assemblies. That should not be where my mind goes in your professionally made album. I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind. The sink is full of fishes. That's again such a filler line. So filler. Why is this outro so long? You can't be taking me out of context like that, man. I'm not wrong though. This does sound exactly like a song you'd sing at the end of assembly. Okay, in the middle of the guitar solo. I haven't mentioned yet that the actual guitar tones on this album kind of suck. They don't sound good. I think the guitars sound kind of horrible, honestly. Well, they don't sound horrible, they just sound so loud. Oh, and a fade out, wow. World's longest outro into a fade out. that is the best song on this album so far. I'm feeling a 3.5 out of 10. It had moments where I could see the idea. I think the mix is better. I think it has some nice melodies. I think that there are moments when the instrumental shines. But it still falls into the same pits that this album has so far. It's trying too hard to be a smash radio hit. It's trying too hard to be this big, anthemic, everyone in the crowd join in song. The lyrics suck, the singing is awful, and I just don't care for it. It's not the worst song on the album. In fact, it's my favorite one so far. But that's not saying much. 3.5. Moving on. What's the next song? Next track is Cast No Shadow. How's it going, Ryan K? Welcome. Wait, hold on. Damn.
Here's a thought for every man who tries to.
No. You can't give me that gorgeous instrumental. You can't give me that gorgeous instrumental and then hit me with the vocals like that. Oh, I just want to hear that instrumental again. I'm going to play it from the start. That was great. Okay, it starts off sounding kind of generic, but then it adds little elements that sound nice. Ooh, sounds great. See, this song is off to a good start.
Here's a thought for every
And then the vocals come in.
tries to understand what is in his hands.
Welcome, Tindian.
Walks along the
Tindian, sorry.
open road of love and life, surviving if we can. Surviving if we can.
Vocals are actually okay here. I wasn't liking them at first, but now that I am, actually deeper into the song, the vocals are fine. This is the first song that is looking like it's not going to be beneath the 5 out of 10.
Try to say, chained to all the places that he never wished to stay.
I mean, it doesn't sound great, but compared to the rest of this album, this is sounding like a masterpiece.
Words he tried to say, as he faced the sun, he cast no shadow. As they took his soul, they stole his pride.
I do like the backing vocals quite a bit here, but a lot of these melodies just sort of sound like generic Britpop to me. Not terrible, but just generic. Is my mic still working?
As they took his soul, they stole his pride. As they took his soul, they stole his pride.
I've noticed that most of the choruses on this album are just them repeating the same line again and again, and it's getting very stale. The choruses on this album are so uninteresting.
As he faced the sun, he cast no shadow.
Cast no shadow. Is it vampires that don't cast a shadow? No, vampires don't have a reflection. No. Do they cast shadows though? I don't know, I'm not caught up on my vampire lore, I'm not gonna lie. See, when it's just the nice instrumental, it sounds great. Genuinely very strong instrumental. too tired to be doing. I'm so tired.
Walks along the open road of love and life, surviving if we can. Bound with all the weight of all the words he
Nice
tried
vocal
to
area in here, I
say.
think. The vocal area was
Chained to all the places that he never wished to stay. Bound with all the weight of all.
Though the writing is still very bland, I think the writing is just not it on this song.
Cast no shadow. As they took his soul, they stole
She's electric
his
is about to drop a beat lately. Really wonder what your reaction will be. I think I've heard that song before. I don't remember much about
As
it
they took his soul,
That one is
they
on this one.
stole his
though. Yeah, it's the next song.
As they took his soul, they stole his pride. As they took his soul, they stole his
Yeah, again, one of the other big problems of this album is that the outros are always way too long. This song could... Oh my god. This song could be a minute shorter, maybe even a minute and a half shorter, but they just drag it out so much. This outro is way too long.
As he faced the sun, he cast no shadow.
It does sound okay though. If you want to sleep, hear the new Noel Gallagher album.
As he faced the sun, he cast no shadow.
That's a great comment, oh my god.
As he faced the sun, he cast no shadow. As he faced the sun, he cast no shadow.
Okay. What the hell was that? It was like it was going to transition, then it didn't. That is the most tolerable song on this album. It is in the green. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's good or it's great. It's okay. Better production. I think the vocal performance was way stronger there. I think the lyrics, while they weren't great, instead of being terrible this time, they were just kind of bland. And it wasn't trying to go for this over-the-top, everyone join in, everyone sing along, we're in a stadium right now stuff that the previous songs were going for. Still not great. I still have my issues with the writing and with how long the song is. But this is progress. I'm feeling a 6 out of 10 on that song. Strongest song on this album by an absolute landslide. Next song, She's Electric. What is this, like, surf rock Britpop crossover? This sounds really awkward.
She's electric. She's in a family full of eccentrics.
Speaking of every song on this album sounding like nursery rhymes, good God, you cannot tell me this doesn't sound exactly like primary school assembly song. Listen to that intro.
She's electric. She's in a family full of eccentrics.
That is legit a melody. I remember, I can't put my finger on what song it was, but there was a song I would sing in assembly in primary school that has that exact melody. and it's really annoying me because I can't remember what the song is.
She's done things I've never expected, and I need more time. She's got a sister, and God only knows how I've missed her. And on the palm of her hand is a blister.
Wow, wow. God, I'm complaining about it a lot, but the writing here is especially bad. This song, it's like they were just like, hey, you see how the last song was decent, we were making progress? Yeah, that was a one-off. The thing with this song... Wait, the thing with this song is cool. We're about to do some the Beatles impression. Yeah, it does... You're actually right, this does sound like they're trying to make a Beatles song. He's trying to come across as super emotional with this vocal performance, with all of these like high notes in the middle of the freaking lines. It's not working. It's just not working. I am already tired, and this album is making me more tired. It's not terrible. It's not as bad as some of the earlier songs, but it's not good. Oh, the claps. It's so bad. The claps are terrible.
She's got a brother. We don't get on with one another, but I quite fancy a mother, and I think that she likes me. She's got a cousin.
I hate the writing on this song. This song is one of my least favorite in terms of writing. She's got a brother, she's got a mother, she's got a cousin, she's got a sister, she's got a dad. Like, yeah, crazy, so do I. Insane revelation here.
In fact, she's got about a dozen. She's got one in the oven, but it's nothing to do with me. And I want you to know, got my mind made up now.
That I'm sorry, I need to talk about that line. I need to talk about that line. That is the worst line on this whole album by a landslide. That's awful. That is so bad. I am in shock at
And I want you to say, do you know what I'm saying? But I need more, 'cause I'll be you and you'll be me. There's lots and lots for us to see.
That's such a filler line.
Lots for us to do. She's electric, can I be electric too?
So basic here, yeah. It's just Britpop by the numbers. Yeah, by the numbers Britpop. It's the most safe, radio-friendly, guaranteed to get good numbers. They're not doing anything adventurous with this album. That song was wasn't the worst song on the album. It's like a 4 out of 10. I know most of my reaction to that song was extreme negativity because there were just certain lines in there that were dreadful, and the freaking melody was one that I have heard in a freaking primary school assembly song that I remember singing in assembly numerous times before I would start my lessons. I remember it and I can't put my finger on the song and it's annoying me. But besides that, it's decently mixed. The singing isn't as bad as it was before, and while it's one of my least favorite lyrical songs on the album, it's not to the point where like it's bugging me for the most part. It was really just specific lines. Song's a 4 out of 10. It's a 4 out of 10. It's not the worst song on the album, but it's also still not good. Okay, down to the final three. Next song, Tim DN's warning me about this one. Next song, Morning Glory, the title track. Okay, we got a helicopter coming in. Wait, hold on. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you a song called The Seer by Swans. Oh no, sorry, Apostate by Swans. Let me find it. Let me find it. Apostate. Listen to the intro of this song. That sounds the same. Oh my god. To be fair, the Oasis song did come out before this song came out. This song came out in 2013. By the way, Apostate, gorgeous song. Perfect song. 10 out of 10. Absolutely incredible. The Seer, one of my favorite Swans albums. Yeah, that sounds identical, dude. Holy crap. Anyway, back to the song. Well, I hope you'll appreciate at least 2, not including a bridge song, last songs. I'm hoping this album closes strong. I want it to at least land, stick the landing. Wait, why is this song coming this late in the album? The intro of this sounds like an opener. It sounds like the start of like a storybook opening or something. It sounds like an establishing shot. Why is this coming so late? I feel like this could have been a way better way to open this album. What was that vocal delivery? Oh my god, wow. Okay, that's what this song's... No, why are the vocals so awful? The singing on the last song wasn't that bad, but here he's just trying too hard to sound unique, and it's failing. No, the problem isn't that he's trying too hard to sound unique. The problem is he thinks he's a great singer. he thinks he can pull off this amazing, crazy, emotional vocal performance, and he thinks that's what he's doing when it's not. He is coming into this with the mindset. You can feel it. He has the mindset that he is giving a great vocal performance here and that he is one of the best singers ever. But that's not the case. This vocal performance is tacky, and it sounds like someone trying to do a cover of like a freaking, I don't know. I can't even describe what this is. This sounds like a cover singer, is what this sounds like.
Wake up, need a little time to wake up, need a little time to wake up.
At least I've cracked what's wrong with the vocals. It's the attitude that he's coming in with. He's coming in with such confidence. He's coming in with the mindset like, yeah, I'm the best, and then he's giving you this. That is the problem here.
Need a little time to rest your mind. You know you should, so I guess you might as well. What's the story, morning glory? Well, you need a little time to wake up, well.
Yeah, going back to my previous point, this is your opener. This is not your third to last song. This is your opener. You want to have an album that's big and grand and that's getting crowds to sing along. This is your opener. The actual opener to this album was this is the big grand sound that you want to put across. This is your opener. Why is this coming this late? Is actually Liam's character? I mean, okay, we're back to a swan song. It sounds like a swan song as well. It's not just it sounds similar, it sounds like a swan song in this bit. Michael Gira is going to come in and start singing about, like, Jesus Christ coming down and stabbing him or something. Solo sounds fine. Solo sounds kind of nice. Okay.
When you chain to the mirror and the razor blade, today's the day that all the world will see.
We're just repeating the verses again.
Another sunny afternoon, walking to the sound of my favorite tune.
This inflection is so bad. Why? The thing is, you can tell he can be a good singer. There is potential here for a really great vocal performance, but he's coming in with such a, like, cocky attitude, like he's, like, the best, and then he's giving you this, which makes it 10 times worse. I guess this decision was made just to laugh at all Wonderwall fans at the beginning.
Never knows what it doesn't know too soon. Need a little time to wake up. Need a little time to wake up, wake up. Need a little time to wake up. Need a little time to rest your mind. You know you should, so I guess you might as well. What's the story, morning glory?
Vocal layering here is absolutely awful.
Need a little time to wake up, wake up. What's the story, morning glory?
Actually, I can't tell if it's vocal layering or if it's the way it's being recorded. I genuinely cannot tell.
You need a little time to wake up, wake up. What's the story, morning glory? Need a little time to wake up.
The mix here is fine though. I think the instrumental sounds kind of nice, even if the guitar riff is a little annoying.
The story, morning glory. Need a little time to wake up, wake up.
Again, unnecessarily long outro. This song should not have a minute long outro. Again, what's with the I don't get this helicopter sound. I don't know what that's meant to symbolize. Okay, interesting transition to Swarm Song 2. That song had some of the best and some of the worst elements of this whole album. I think the vocal performance was abysmal. I think the recording of the vocals, or maybe even the layering, was also very bad. I think the placement of this song is absolutely atrocious. This is a track 1, but they've got it as the third to last song on the album. But I think the mix here is decent. I think some of the instrumental ideas they got going on actually work kind of well. And I think the chorus does sound kind of nice, despite the fact that I don't like the way the vocals are mixed and the guitar riff is a little annoying. But outside of that, I think the chorus does sound like kind of nice. I'd give this song a... I'll give this song another 4. Yeah, I'd give it another 4. Again, not terrible, not the worst thing on the album. But it's certainly not good. I should not be filming while I'm this tired. Oh my god. Next song, the Swamp Song version 2. I'm not going to be scoring this because it's just an interlude. We're going to get another car ride song. Yep. You need a car that can withstand a rocket launcher being fired at it. You need a car that can carry numerous miniguns, shotguns, and sniper rifles. You need a car that you can drive through a school and it'll be completely fine. That's why you should pick a Hyundai. Nice transition. Yeah, decent interlude, not going to score it. It's just like a 40-second interlude track. It doesn't really matter to the album as a whole. Next song, oh Christ, here we go. Champagne Supernova, final song. Ugh, 7.5 minutes, dear God. Is your favourite one? I could see why this song would be someone's favourite. But what are my thoughts on it?
How many special people change? How many lives are living strange? Where were you while we were getting high? Slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Where were you while we were getting high? Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in a champagne supernova in the sky. Someday you will find.
The song's just so overdramatic. That's it. This song is just overdramatic as hell. They are playing this up way too much.
In a champagne supernova, a champagne supernova in the sky.
Vocals aren't terrible here, but they're again not great. It's especially the inflection when he says champagne supernova. It's so annoying.
Wake up the dawn and ask her why. A dream, she never dies. Wipe that tear away now from
energetic. Oh, sorry, more sensitive. First two verses, I think. Less cocky and energetic, like in the previous one. Yeah, I will say the vocal performance here is certainly one of the better ones on the album so far. It's not incredible. It's not blowing me away, but it sounds nice. Why are the guitars so just abrasively loud here? Why? So whiny, oh my god. Yeah. Why is this 7.5 minutes? Oh my god. Yeah, this song starts off okay, but it's losing me quick. It better have some sort of big switch up for the back half. I legit only remember the first like 3 minutes of this song. Such a boring solo.
How many special people change? How many lives are living strange? Where were you while we were getting high? Slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Where were you while we were getting high?
I hate these lyrics. And again, the guitars are way too loud here. They're like clashing with the vocals so hard. Why thing is so awful. He just sounds like a crying child. Straight up me, 5-year-old me, when my mum said we can't get pizza. Literally sounds like a moaning 5-year-old who's like not getting what he wants. Blood is now doing peak mid. I am doing peak mid. Yes, this is peak mid. Why are these guitar solos so terrible? None of the solos, well, most of the solos on this album have been like really underwhelming. They're meant to be these big, like crazy, I guess explosive moments, but they just sound corny. Yeah, this is dragging way too much. This song could have been 5 minutes, but it's 7.5. It's been dragged out so much, and this na stuff in the background is atrocious. It's so annoying. I didn't notice it at first, but then when I did notice it, I couldn't unhear it. It's awful. Sound effects are just so dated. times are we going to repeat this same bit? Oh my god.
We were getting high. We were getting high. We were getting high. We were getting high. We were getting high.
A minute and a half of this.
We were getting high. We were getting high.
This is how you close your album, with a minute and a half of this. Oh, yeah, bye-bye vocals, just fading, completely fading out. Leaving me with this very boring instrumental for another minute. Noel defines this song genre as a rock ballad, that's why lyrics like I'm dead, with the stars. At the same time, here's the wall of distortion. Yeah, this is definitely a ballad. In the way that it's so overly dramatic and it doesn't earn it in the slightest. It is just, here you go, here's 7.5 minutes of us just completely... It's them doing their thing for 7.5 minutes. It works for some people, but it does not for me. I think the instrumental started off fine, but it wore off on me within the first 3 minutes, and then there was a further 4.5 minutes after that. I think the vocals on this song were so up and down. There were moments where I was like, okay, this vocal performance is fine, and then there were points where it was absolutely abysmal. I think the writing here is so overly dramatic, and it removes any emotion at all, especially when paired with just this over-the-top sound that's meant to be like such an emotional outburst, but it's not. It's the most like fake, shallow, hollow crap ever. This song is 7.5 minutes of why this album doesn't work. I am feeling a 3 out of 10 on this song. And that was What's the Story, Morning Glory by Oasis. I didn't like it. It's not for me. Did I leave this listen feeling satisfied though? I would say so. I'm glad I actually gave this album a try. Instead of basing my opinion on just the singles I'd heard and just the little snippets of the other songs throughout this album that I have heard, I now have a fully formed opinion on it, and I can now say genuinely that I do not like this album. It's just not for me. I am going to add up my scores, and then I am going to tell you my overall score for this album. Okay, I'm predicting it's going to be like a 3.7 out of 10. That's my predicted score. So, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2.5 plus another 2.5 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3. Am I going to do all Oasis albums? Absolutely not. That's fine, I still like this track because it evokes something in me, but I see why it may sound weak. Yeah, I completely understand this working for someone else. I can absolutely see how this would click with someone else. It just didn't for me. Oh, damn. So, I added up the scores. I'm feeling a 2.9 out of 10 on this album. Damn. That's lower than I thought it was gonna be. Oh my god. Yeah, this thing just did not work for me in the slightest. But one thing I do want to leave this review off by saying is that this is just my opinion. If this album works for you, if you like this album, that is absolutely fine. I can see how people would love this. I know people who love this. I know people who Oasis is their favorite band. I completely get it. This will work for other people. It just doesn't for me. Okay? If you love this album, let me know in the comments. Okay? Yeah, damn. Well, that is going to do it for this Oasis album. If you did enjoy, make sure you like, subscribe, share. 1,000 subs by February and I'm going bold. Make sure you check out my other content. I have reactions to the entire Radiohead discography. I'm going to be doing more reactions to other bands soon and other artists. Make sure you request any albums you want me to listen to down below. Let me know what your thoughts on the album were. And yeah, I will see you all whenever I next stream or upload. Goodbye. Yeah, that's how music taste works. I love it, but it was interesting to see another opinion. Yeah. That's the main reason of why I like doing this sort of stuff. Is because I get to, you know, it's like direct discourse with other people on music, you know, it's like a direct conversation. Good or bad, this needs a remaster? Yeah, it definitely could do with a better mix. Absolutely. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me for this stream. Thank all of you for being here. Make sure you like and subscribe. 1,000 subs by February, and I am going bold. Let me know what albums you guys want me to listen to. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for an editing stream. I'll be editing this video and hopefully having... Well, I'll be editing part 1 and hopefully having that out by... what day is this day? Wednesday. I'll hopefully have that out Friday night. Yeah.